And then we're just going to the moon. It's 2 damage to their person. The Geist Blaster goes to 3 through Prowess. And then it's the Current, which pushes the Geist Blaster now to a 4/4. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Don't let the red bugs bite. Within Alchemy Best of 1, we have a brand new red deck wins with an 83% win rate, tearing it up, reaching Mythic rank number 177. In the video, we'll break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies, showcasing all of that within the gameplay footage, finally wrapping up with our closing thoughts. Buckle up, get ready, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to help support, and let's take a look at the deck. The new red deck wins is a 60 card Alchemy build with a 2.3 average mana value, 28 non-creatures to our 12 creatures, 20 lands in our deck only, and while we risk it for the biscuit, however, there are of course 4 module lands via the Spikefield Hazard 2 and the Shatterskull Smashing for 2 as well. Spikefield Hazard always coming in tapped. The Smashing, we have the choice to pay 3 life if we want it in untapped. So that'll bring us up to the 24 land total, which is where we find relative consistency within our 60 card decks. And then Den of the Bugbear is in here as well. 4 copies of this. It can become for 4 mana, total of 5, because you'll need the Den to remain untapped. A 3/2 Goblin that can attack and create another 1/1 that's also tapped and attacking, which is really quite nice after a field wipe. So that's kind of what we have going in the deck as far as land. Getting into some of the meat and potatoes though, because there's quite a bit of it here. The Electrostatic Blast for 2 is an absolutely phenomenal card. Within Alchemy, you may have noticed cards that will give you emblems or effects that do not go away as the turn ends. Within Red, Electrostatic Blast just does exactly that. So at instant speed for 2, dealing 2 damage to any target. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell, exile the top 3 cards of your library, and then you may play one of those cards until the end of turn. This is great because you can cast this with 2 mana on your opponent's turn, and then on your turn, when you cast your first instant or sorcery spell, boom, draw 3, we gain access to another card, which is really cool, and we can just kind of combo these into each other, which is phenomenal. We have also the Frenzied Geist Blaster for 2 mana as a 2/2 with Prowess. When it enters the battlefield, if there are 20 or more instant and or sorcery cards from among cards in your graveyard, hand, and library, you may discard a card. If you do, seek an instant or sorcery card. So this is great if there's something in our hand that doesn't make sense for the current matchup, whether it be flooding with land, which shouldn't really happen because we've mitigated the land total to a very a juicy equilibrium. But, potentially there is creature or planeswalker-based damage spells that you don't want, that you want to sideboard, well, not really sideboard, but kind of discard out and draw direct damage spells. The same goes in retrospect for the reverse. Speaking of Conductive Current here, mostly. 3 mana, sorcery speed, dealing 3 damage to each creature. Choose an instant or sorcery card in your hand. It perpetually gains. If this would deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage plus 2. So if they don't have any creatures that you need to wipe the field with, you'll probably use the Geist Blaster to discard the current, looking for something that is more usable within that current matchup. The same thing goes on the other hand, right? If your opponent has a whole bunch of creatures that you need to remove, and you have, say an extra Chandra, a Play with Fire that doesn't quite do it, or, maybe an extra land, get rid of it, and then maybe you draw some removal to help you take care of that target. Speaking of removing single targets, not dealing damage directly to our opponent, Brittle Blast for 3 instant speed. Creature and planeswalkers your opponents control perpetually gain. If this permanent would die, exile it instead. Then deal 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. This is going to take care of anything. Lava Coil, basically. Lava Coil might have only been 4 damage, though. But only costing 2? Either way, Brittle Blast for 3 at instant speed is a great card. 5 damage with the exile at that instant speed shenanigans. That's going to help you deal with any creature that would typically get in the way, and you can, with the current, make your spells deal an extra 2 damage, so you can potentially deal 7 damage with the blast if you need. Moving on, we have Torloff Disciple, 3 mana, 3/3 haste. Whenever it attacks, conjure 4 cards named Lightning Bolt into your library, then shuffle. This card is broken. People are going to scoop as soon as it hits play. We're balancing other cards in Alchemy. Well, this card needs to be balanced. It should only bring 1 copy of Lightning Bolt into your library. The fact that it's bringing 3 copies is absolutely ludicrous. Moving on, the Town Razer Tyrant, I believe, is the last new card in the build. For 4 mana, a 4/4 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, target land you don't control loses all abilities except mana abilities and gains at the beginning of your upkeep. This permanent deals 2 damage to you unless you sacrifice it. This is great, right? You can put this on one of their creature-based lands. If they have a dual or multicolored deck, one of the rarer lands that they have, that they're trying to access that 3rd color with or something. So you can really punish them, and, if they want to keep that mana, 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage, plus it's a 4/4 with flying. It's really, really going to help out the cause there. Filling around this, though, we have Play with Fire, 2 damage to any target if it's the person, scry 1, Shock, 2 damage to any target. The Royal Eruption, 3 damage to any target at sorcery speed for 2, kick it for 5, total of 7 to deal 5 damage. And then we have Chandra, 3 mana, 3 loyalty, +1, add 1 red source of mana, deal 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker, +1 as well. Exile the top card of your library. If it's red, you may cast it this turn. You do not get access to red lands. And then -7, exile the top 5 cards of your library. You get an emblem you may cast red spells from among them, and when you do, you'll deal damage equal to its mana value to any target, which is really, really cool. I think that's it. The hazard does 1 damage. If it dies, exile the smashing. X divided up to 2 targets. If X is 6 or more, double that damage, which is really cool. Creatures or planeswalkers, not your opponent, sadly. And the 16 lands, the Den of the Bugbear, we talked about this. Brittle Blast. Yeah, I think we've covered everything here. I do have a sideboard. We're working with traditional as well. The cool thing is, Torloff is grabbing Lightning Bolts for 1. It's going to grab like 20 copies of Lightning Bolt into your library. It's insane. So you can use Moonveil Regent. You cast a Lightning Bolt, you draw a Lightning Bolt. You cast a Lightning Bolt, you draw a Lightning Bolt with Birgi. Because, the Moonveil is going to draw, Birgi's going to replenish the mana that you just spent, and, that's going to do that. And then Burn Down the House is really cool as well with a Conductive Current, because potentially you could deal 7 damage to everything. Very, very cool stuff. Yeah. That's the deck. Enjoy. And we'll bust out today's gameplay footage. Sorry, a little spacey today. Just all over the place. Can you feel it? Enjoy. Like the video to show your support, and we'll be back to wrap up after. Going first. Fairly slow hand, but we do get the advantage of kind of seeing what our opponent is going to play as. Lunarch Veteran. The client seems pretty buggy recently. I don't know what is up with that. Ultra graphics quality. We're just chilling. I don't think I'm mining right now, am I? No. Bitcoin miner's off, so it's just a good old game client. Alright. That is a thing. Did we just take it? I think so. I don't want this Orator to go up anymore. And the Shock will deal 4 damage now for 1. That's pretty cool. Another Lunarch. And then the Hallowed Priest again. Dang. Okay. We should just kill this immediately, shouldn't we? It makes sense. And then we can hit for 3 down to 19. Keeping them away from 27 is our main goal. Righteous Valkyrie. We have a shock just for you. Oh, that feels good. 1 mana cleanup. This will be 8 lightning bolts into our library. That's kind of insane when you think about it. I can't even handle it. Voice of the Blessed. I'm going to try to take it. We do get it. And then Luminous Phantom in play as well. It's almost too perfect. Isn't it? Well, we can hit these for 1 at any time. Let's hit for 3. More lightning bolts. That's going to be 12 copies in library. That's insane. I think it caps us at 60 cards, though. I feel like it caps us at 60. They take it. Let's play the Town Razer on the Forest, as they only have 1. End our turn. They take 2 damage, because they don't want to sack it. Decent, decent. Another Valkyrie. Holy Toledos. Let's go all in. More lightning bolts. What was that, 16? Interesting. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna wipe the field after anyways. Oh, and there's a beautiful bolt. They gain life. Down to 10. And then, hopefully, down to 8. This will also deal increased damage, which is pretty cool, to each target. And it can target multiple things, which is kind of the beauty of it. So now for 4, instead of dealing 1 damage to 2 things, we'll deal 3 damage to 2 things, which is great. And, yeah. Just more pressure. Hitting for 3 as a minimum, but I suspect that we'll hit for 4. And then they'll keep their Valkyrie alive. Are we past 60? Yeah, we're at 63, so it does go past 60. Let's end our turn here. Another 2 damage. That Razer has done a lot of damage this game. It's good to see. Orator in play. Gains 2 life. And then another life. Oh, another Orator. So this is 3 life here. We're gonna kill both Orators. Oh, no, you poor soul. We could cast this for 0. Because 0 plus 2 is still... No, we cannot. Because we need the X targets. And it has to be divided. So we still have to pay 2. Right? That's where... Because it's the divided and then that many targets. It would be cool if we could cast that for X equals 0 to still deal 2 damage to 2 targets. I would enjoy that. Unfortunately, you know, for the sake of science, it's a no-go. Going first, I guess the hand's fine. I'm going to play slow because I don't want to miss this 4-drop, nor do I want to miss the 3-drop. Those are important to me. Frenzied Geist Blaster in effect, and you know, I honestly just like this hand. So I'm going to keep everything where it's at. If we had a third land, I'd throw that third land away. The Crossroads is meant to be in every single deck. But going first is still going to be a massive advantage. I'm worried about Battle of Frost and Fire. Right, that could get us pretty effectively. We take 2 damage. They get a Summoner at 7. Freezing Flame in play, whatever. Let's attack and see if we need to push up the Geist Blaster. Yeah. 2 damage to the top. Now we trade. Down to 10. Den of the Bugbear in play, which is active next turn. We could hit for 7. Ooh. That's not good. Maybe they don't have it. I guess not. 298. Decent. Going first. Oh, man, we need that third land. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, though. Feeling pretty sassy. I don't know. We're going to try our best. Chalk for 2. The Electroblast will find us our third land. Hopefully we find it organically, though. They're tapped with the Crossroads, which we just played against. It untaps itself, I guess, because we went first. Enters Battlefield, scry 1. If you weren't the starting player, you get to untap it, so it's both. Electrostatic Blast to the choppers. Oh, the third land. Sick. Torloff in play. If they had a counter, they would have countered the blast. Good game. Salute. These are mythic matches, you guys. Woof. It's a good start, I guess. Opponent goes first. I don't care for this hand at all. Little warmer. That Electrostatic is good, but still not the greatest. Let's just take care of that immediately. Pass our turn. We do have a field wipe, which is fairly decent. Oh, it's a double strike here. I'm gonna let them hit me once, maybe. We do have that draw off Electroblast still. And with 4 mana, what are they gonna hit us with? Oh, an Inquisitor. That is a good card. They get to look at, well, they seek, which is 2 random cards from their library. They get to put 1 right into the battlefield, mana 3 or less. And the other goes back to their library. I could pull it up here. Oh, they didn't get what they wanted. You guys, I am like tearing it up with this deck. People cannot stand this card. Rank 202. I'm telling you what, just play Torloff's Disciple and people will leave and you will win. I mean, it's not really fun magic, but it's just like easy. On the draw, I hope they're an aggro deck. Like a really low to the ground aggro deck, you know what I mean? Swaddler in the house, diamond rank. We're in Mythic. Rank 202. Seems like a fair matchup. No, probably is. I always lose to people ranked way lower than me. Like, it happens. It's noticeable. Ooh, that pup is good. We get the third land. Hopefully it's not a pack leader. Please don't turn 2 pack leader me. Okay. Whatever. It is what it is. We just have to double spell it. Sucks. Just sucks, man. No scries either. Gross. Oh, they're playing Gruul. Get the draw. I hate that. Let's clean up. And we're going to make the next current deal 5 damage. Play 2 creatures. Come on. 2 creatures into play. 1 land. 1 creature. Well, that's fine. Really should play this as a land. Toss the Geist, throw away a Tyrant. Smashing is so-so, it's fine. Another pup. Okay, we're good. We are good. Tyrant out. On the Veil. Land in play tapped. We'll just defend. 2 damage here. Well, no, they just sacrifice it. That's a good call, because that's a recurring source of damage. And they're down to 4 lands. I bet they just top decked a 5-drop. Karma always stipulates. And then we're just going to the moon. It's 2 damage to their person. The Geist Blaster goes to 3 through Prowess. And then it's the Current, which pushes the Geist Blaster now to a 4/4. And it will survive the Conductive. Oh, well, no, I guess it won't. I guess it won't. It is what it is. I'm surprised they didn't kill the Tyrant. But, yeah. Cool beans. Hit for 4, they're top decking. They have 21 life. Let's play Den. Hit for 8. That's pretty good. And then land and play, pass our turn. We'll hit for 9 this time. Good game. I'm telling you guys, this mono red deck is absolutely insane within Alchemy. 187. That's higher than I've been in a while. For reals. They stumbled a little bit, but at the end of the day, this Conductive Current is insane. Like, 3 damage to everything, and if you have a second copy, 5 damage to everything, and then, you know, something else is getting buffed up as well. It's... Whoa. On the draw, land is nice. No 1-drop, but maybe we pick something off the top here. Negative. Looking like a Conductive Current. I don't care for this mono black shenanigans, let me tell you what. They have the hook and it gains life, and I hate it. It is just so friggin' annoying. We could wait until 4, but let's just pass. Keep the Geist Blaster on deck. And if you cast the Current on 4, you can, and have a 1-drop, of course, you can kind of push it out of harm's way. We're just going to take 3 damage. It's not the worst. Then another creature in play. Fairly good. Let's clean up. And then The Electrostatic will deal more damage. The Brittle Blast already doing 5 damage to a creature or planeswalker, so I think that's fine. Make the treasure, and they're drafting from the spellbook. 3 blood, a treasure, 4 artifacts in total. 2 land in play. 3rd land in play. Curse of Leeches on us. On our upkeep, we'll lose 1 life. They'll gain 1 life. Geist Blast out. And I think we toss something here. Because by throwing the Brittle Blast away, we have a chance to pull a Moduo land. And that would have been good, because we didn't get a land this turn. And that sucks. The Brush Stroke. This is going to put a Blood Artist in play. It's alright. They have the 2 treasures. 4 blood tokens. We lose 1 life, they gain 1 life. This will trigger the Prowess. They destroy it? No, don't you dare. Infernal Grasp, okay. We don't get the attack like we wanted to. We hit them down to 20. And we just shock the Blood Artist. Because it's great. That's a good card. We're down to 12 life. Yikes. Blood Artist is amazing. Deadly Dispute on the Blood token. We're losing life. I like the sacrifice of blood tokens through the Dispute. That's very good. Down to 10. This is getting crazy. Let's Torloff. Hit for 3. They just have so much life. Down to 19, and we're forced to kill this Bloodcaster.
Let's bring things up to a simmer.
We hit it with the non-adjusted Electrostatic Blast. Dies another blood token. When we cast our next instant or sorcery, we will exile the top 3, and we can play a single one of them. Another Grasp. Decent. They're down to 2 cards. But we're dead, like, relatively soon. They sack the Twitch for an immediate learn, pushing up to the hostile. Hostile. Down to 9, unpleasant.
Watch me heat up the dance floor.
Yeah, this is just super unpleasant. We try to have them sacrifice that, but they just have so much life gain through the brush stroke, the curse, and then that blood artist as well was getting down and dirty for a while. The 4/4 can, you know, dodge the Faceless Haven. Mascot Exhibition, that's great. Interesting.
Give a toast? I'd love to.
We don't want to draw too many cards. And I don't want to burn 3 damage on the 1 toughness flyer. We only get to cast 1 of these. Take it out there. Leaving us with 3. Sadly, we need the blocker. Let's just get that channeler out. Don't think we do this. We're so low on life, but we have to go for it. Down to 6. We could have got pretty close. And if they attack Chandra, that's totally fine by me. I'll just block. Well, do I block at all? Yeah, we want the draw. And this will be blocked by the Faceless Haven.
Party's over for you, pal.
Chandra to 4. No emblem. We go down to 7. They go up to 7. Perfect equilibrium. They're going to sack something here. The blood tokens would deal damage to us. Do they deal damage to us here as well? No, to themselves, down to 4. Whoa. 4th land in play. An eye twitch to block in the air. And I think that gives us lethal. I mean, this deals 4 damage. They can instant speed sack this to gain life. So they basically have 6 life. We need to keep that in mind. Shoot, how do we survive this? I think we have to take the draw. I just don't see a way out right now. We need something cheap we can oh, it was a land.
Just improvise.
We cast to keep it day. They sacrifice the Snow Haven and the Hotel. Down to 5 mana. We're at 7. They go to 6. Yikes. No attacks? Interesting. I think they should probably... Well, no, because we could just take the Twitch. Yeah, still take the 1 damage, then they don't get the lesson. Block the others. We're at 6, they're at 5. So this is dealing 4. We could make it deal 6. And then we deal 7. They could go 3. Oh no, they could go 4 blood tokens. So they're at 9. Dang. Let's current. We clean lots up. I'm just a little nervous. Then we can plus on Chandra, do the blast, kill the lurker. I do want to just deal this damage to them, but on the stack they can sack those blood tokens. We can't have that. If we cast this, it would turn back into day. And we wouldn't have to worry about this. We'd be down to 5. I think I just want to cast this on them. Force the blood tokens. The leech goes back to being an enchantment, so we don't have to worry about it attacking. Like, I want to kill it, but at the same time, let's go for it. So they have to discard the hook. We lose a life. They gain a life. We're down again. We're down again to 3. We're dealing 6 damage to them with the blast. That's that. Okay, so we go down to 1. How lucky can we get? They have no attacker. Chandra can deal 1 damage or draw us a card. Can they sack these to gain life, instant speed? Looks like they can. Okay, they're up to 3. And they draw. 2 available mana, 3 available mana. Nice! That's not good. Better be a good card.
This is a fun idea.
Another land. Good game. We pushed our mites, but just couldn't quite get there. I guess maybe that last sequence we did wrong. I think we still would have been dead either way. Woof! Holy Toledos. The deck is absolutely slaying it. Let me get my win rate open for you guys here. 83% within the Alchemy ladder. 6 games, 5 wins, 1 loss. Not the biggest sample size, and our overall win rate is a little bit less than we'd expect because within the play queue, you know, you concede, your opponent's taken too long. That happened a couple times to us today, and I accidentally joined the play queue instead of the Mythic queue as well, so that was a quick concede while I'm trying to film. But however, the Alchemy ladder has been taken seriously, and 100% on the play, 66% on the draw. The deck feels great. People already cannot stand this card. It's a rare, which kind of sucks, but it is absolutely amazing. So, you know, admittedly, some of the Alchemy decks are expensive, right? There's 4, 8, 12, 16 new rares, 20 new rares in the build. So that's kind of why the deck is so powerful. Mono red was not great before, and now it's phenomenal. So it is cool to see some of these archetypes get some love, get them back to their former glory or stride. And, you know, that's great for me because I started playing Magic with a mono red deck. So really having a lot of fun with this. Let me know what you guys thought of the deck in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Make sure to like the video on your way out. And most importantly, have a magical day. We'll see you soon.